Taro's getting a bit of a groom right now. He's kind of fallen asleep. It's been quite a morning so far. So, just enjoying this now.
Well, here we have little Taro, fast asleep. I don't know how busy he's been in Disneyland, but he's probably exhausted himself. But one of the things is to realize, just look how comfortable he feels and safe he feels to basically be sleeping so deeply, just in the middle of nowhere. He's happy. Who knows what this little guy's actually dreaming about. Hopefully it's about getting a new foster mom shortly. But it's just nice to see that he's feeling as safe as can be and can go into a complete deep sleep without having to worry about anything. I don't know if we're even going to be able to wake the little guy up. Well, we've got some interested moms there waiting for little Taro, but he's got his priorities right. I've just had a nice sleep. Next thing is to get myself something nice to eat. So he's just taking his time and doing what little monkeys do best, sleeping and eating. And now he's having a look what's going on around him.
Checking out everybody, so that didn't take very long. And yeah, hey boy. Checking out the soil. Looks like whole family's waiting there for him. Yeah, not that bad. Yeah, I know. Isn't that the case?
Well, I suppose if you can't speak the language, even a cough can sound like an attack.
Bless you.
Actually choosing a little one and where to get integrated is can be a kind of a difficult thing. And it's also a question we get asked a lot of time is how do we choose the troops and how do we choose which little ones are going where. Sometimes it's like the little ones actually choosing their destination on their own, just because of the way they're developing or how they're developing, how soon they develop, how quickly they get used to drinking from the feeding cage and actually manage to get themselves fed. The enclosure is a completely different story that we normally have to work it out according to how many monkeys are in there, which available females are around, and if they had any babies themselves, and how they worked with the babies the previous year. And then also sometimes the little personality of the little guy comes into it too. It would also depend if it's a little male or female. But as I said, it's also, sometimes we're introducing 5 of them at a time, as you saw earlier with Skunkey. Yeah, we just got a little Taro on his own. It just means that the gap between the babies getting ready is a little bit too great. So there's nobody developing at the same pace at little Taro that they could have gone in with him at the same time. So sometimes there is this little break, and we can't hold any of them back because we've got a limited time to get these little guys out. So as soon as they're ready, would dictate who they'd go with, or if they would go with other monkeys or on their own. And sometimes you can say, look, that's kind of up to the universe to see how they develop quickly enough to see how they go. So there's a lot involved with it, and I'm sure quite a little bit of luck as well, just to see which monkey is going to end up in which enclosure.
So we've just moved a little closer to the fence. Looks like there's one monkey here.
Well, to see how his confidence is slowly building up. He's not as frightened of them at the moment, and is grabbing some leaves and them in front of them through the fence. But as I said earlier, it's going to. The real truth is when we introduce the first mom and she comes into the cage, and because he was a little bit traumatized earlier on, I think he's going to be a little bit scared when he meets his first mom.
There we go.
He's drinking through his bowl okay, which is fine, but he is battling a little bit to drink from the feeding cage. He still thinks it's a little bit of a playroom.
Seems quite thirsty right now. Alright, so we've just kind of pushed Taro in now, so hopefully he's just going to get used to the idea that he needs to drink from the bottle, which is just over there. So probably just needs a couple of minutes and then he'll realize. Hey boy. So, Taro's still in the intro cage at the moment. I'll just put a bit of grass there for him, which he seems to be enjoying at this time.
Well, it can get a little bit frustrating when these little guys drink very, very well in Disneyland and show all the right behavior. And when you get right into the intro cage, you just can't get the little guy to drink from the feeding cage. So it can get kind of frustrating at this point, because you just hope he can do that, because if he can't get a mother.
We've had Taro in here now for a couple of minutes, so we're just going to move this so that he can get used to the idea of going in and out there. Come on. Well done. Good job. At least you like the grass. Yeah. Well done.
This is Mara interacting with...
Well, there we have Percy and then Tandy.
Percy and Tandy.
So Tandy's a low ranker. She's got a very small looking face.
So that's Tandy on the
Tandy
side.
is on the
yeah,
right,
on the
Percy
right.
is on the left.
Percy on the left.
Very good.
Do you want to go say hi? Fudge is a little bit more shy. Go say hi, Mara. Good girl. Giving kisses to each other with Percy.
Percy's actually grinning candy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Some good interactions. Oh, some lip smacking and grooming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Percy doing that.
Percy could be Mara's foster mom, maybe? She seems very interested in Mara.
So you can see the difference between Taro earlier on and Mara here is getting close up to the mom and seems to want the affection of the mother, where Taro wasn't so keen to get too close and is a bit hesitant to get close to the fence. Whereas little Mara, so you can see she's putting her little face there. She likes the grooming, she's liking the touching, she's just enjoying being close to her mother. So very, very positive signs. It's also a thing of them losing their mom and how they've lost their mom and just longing to be back in their arms. So it looks like it's going to be very easy for her to move on to a foster mom, and it looks like the mom's very interested in her. That's Fudge somewhere in the background making the noise. I don't know what he's up to, but Mara seems to be very, very inquisitive and happy with the females. Percy was born in 2007 to a female called Priscilla. They used to live in the Skunkey intro cage, but we've moved them now down with the rest of the bunch down to the H&B enclosure. Tandy, on the other hand, was an orphan from 2005. Her mother was shot by some landowner, and we're not too sure of the total circumstances. Well, Fudge and Mara certainly don't have any problems with the feeding cage and drinking their milk. They seem to have got this all under control and are drinking very, very well. So very, very happy with them. This is basically what we like to see, them being able to get into the cage, going up to the milk, drinking it, doing what they have to do, and then coming back out again. Not like little Taro didn't drink the milk at all. So although he was drinking it in Disneyland, he didn't seem to want to do it in the cage. So this is a little bit of a setback for him because we have to make sure he can do that, of course, before he can get a foster mom. Otherwise, he might, not drink enough and suffer a little bit from dehydration, which could cause other problems. So it's essential that we get these little guys drinking like this. They must find this feeding cage. They must be able to feed themselves to progress any further.
Mara, it is eating some grass in front of two moms.
Well, we've popped over to Keenan just to see how his integration is going. It's a lot more difficult with big adults, but it looks like it's going well.
Kenan's making us very proud. He's finally outside. He's been outside for like an hour now. Period of him finding his place in this new troop, where he seems quite happy to see grass everywhere and food and space. I'm not sure why he grabs this grass right outside when there's a lot of it growing just over there. It doesn't make any sense, Kenan. The monkeys here over at James are also keeping an eye on him. Oh. These guys are quite upset. So Api just started a quick chase, to chase them all around here. And now he's come back, his alarm calling. I feel like he's handling it pretty well. His alarm calling seems to be working and getting the troop off of him and stopping chasing him. Poor boy. Dumbo, Django and Keenan. Django is mostly the one that chases him off or starts anything, although he's the smaller one. Kenan is finally settling for his first night outside in the troop. Found a nice tree which he likes.
Can you believe it? The foundation has reached the 30-year mark, and of course it's time for a revamp, as these enclosures are starting to show their age, and of course the escapees are getting more and more clever. So if you'd like to get involved, please share the link, make donations where you can, help us spread the word. It's a big project we're undertaking, but vitally necessary to make sure all the animals in our care are kept as comfortably and as safe as possible. Thank you, and thank you for your support.
I have to. Oh, I know. I know.
You could just turn around. She might like it. Yeah,
like
she might like it more that way.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
So we're just giving Mara a bath because she's a bit scratchy. Just had a look. She's got a few bits of dry skin. So just to help her with the itching, we're just gonna make sure there's nothing on the skin causing that. So we're going to give her a nice natural shampoo bath, which Laura's doing. It's not the first time Mara's had a little bath. She had one, if you remember, 3 or 4 days into being with us because of the same problem. So we just want to make sure that she's all right.
Yeah.
Careful about not putting her head in.
She doesn't do that. Like, no, because, yes, like that. Is it enough for rinsing or maybe more? What do you think?
Yeah, drying time. Both babies now post-bath. Mara's kind of enjoyed the little rub down afterwards. She's now dry. Hopefully this stops her scratching. Although some of it could be Mr. Fudge, who's that little one here, who keeps clinging on to her, especially overnight, and it might be the fact that as he's clinging onto her, he might be urinating, which is drying and making her itchy. So everybody else will be getting a bath very soon, especially before they meet mummies.
Josephine. This is Abu and Taft. We just got into the intro cage. It's early in the morning. And all the females and juveniles are here. They were waiting for the babies, very excited to see them. The Skunkey moms are so excited about getting babies. This is Paradise at the front. She is one of the high rank.
Yeah, we have little Abu feeling a little bit brave and climbing up the fences. Just hope he doesn't go too high to where the electrics are. Otherwise, he's going to be in for a little bit of a surprise there.
Decided to come back to me. Come on, Baba.
Rescued just in time, otherwise we would have had a little screaming monster, because of course at that age it's not that pleasant to get such a fright and a shock at the same time.
Here we have Abu and Josephine. And Shani. And now Taft.
Well, as you can see, things are going very, very well with this little group of orphans. They're getting very comfortable with their foster moms. The foster moms are also getting very, very eager to meet them. So it's not going to be too much longer before the foster moms are going to be able to come in and join this little crowd. And of course we're going to be able to see how things progress from there. Well, we can see how comfortable Winona and Cheney are climbing around here on the branches, which is essential because of course they've got to get used to sleeping up in these sections in the corners with their foster moms. It also does help them if they're getting around the cage for when the foster moms come, that they do feel that they've got a little bit of escape route. But you can see how well they've started to climb even for this little age. They're masters of the art already, getting around very, very well. They sort of know where everything is, and they don't seem to be frightened about anything. They're actually looking around and enjoying the enclosure, which is quite a nice thing. We have Josephine again jumping around here and playing around as well. So all of them are getting very, very well. We're just going to look for little Abu and Teft. They're also clambering around, and yeah, these guys are just doing so well at the moment. It's really remarkable. So it's not going to be too much longer before the foster mums are able to come into this enclosure.
This is Shani and Josephine. And Winona. Josephine and Shani. And over there we have Abu and Taft. Hard to see. Let's try. This is Taft, and Abu is at the back. And Winona. And Shani.
Well, as you can see, each year brings its own challenges with these little ones. All these little guys, fortunately, are ready to be introduced to foster moms. But this year we seem to be having a bigger problem with the feeding cages and getting little ones to adapt quick enough to drink from their little bottles. It's still a little bit of a problem because we don't have enough volunteers at the moment so that we can rotate them and make sure we've got the time for people to spend with the little ones, making sure they are drinking properly and going in and out of the feeding cages. So this does offer a few little challenges. And it is also setting us back a little bit because as the ages reach the foster mom age where they can get a mom and they're not ready to drink or they haven't learned how to drink, this is going to be causing a problem. It also seems to be the year of hand sucking. If you remember last year we had a lot of comments about them sucking on each other's ears. This year they seem to be doing it to their own hand, which is probably a lot better in the long run. So it all depends on the trauma that these little guys have suffered and been through, which way they're sort of going to go and what comforts they need to make them feel okay or give them that extra security that they're looking for. But as you can see, as they all join together here, they do get used to each other and offer their own security to each other, which is very, very important. So guys, thank you for watching this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. We'll be working on the next one. I think we've got a couple of arrivals coming in on that one, and I'll try and get it together as soon as I can. As you all know, I had a little bit of a break. I don't know if I can call it a break, but I had a bit of a time out and just battling to get myself back into gear to get everything running properly. I need to really get away from everything and just find somebody who can fill in for me for a week or two so that I can just get away from everything completely. But maybe that'll happen in the future. Thanks everybody for watching. We really enjoy you sharing these moments with us. The donations are coming in nicely and helping a lot. This year, as I've said before, is the big revamp. Please share the links and stuff where you can. We really need to start improving and getting things done at the foundation as quickly as possible. Thanks for joining us. See you next week.